Greetings, fellow space space fans, and X-Men, shing shing, and welcome to the review of Deadpool. I've waited many hours to do this Deadpool review, and now it is technically the 13th. It is literally tomorrow. It's a little after midnight, and on the set. Yeah, we're gonna do that. But this is a review of Deadpool. Just thought I would say what I was doing. I watched the Deadpool movie with a theater that was mostly packed. It was the noon show about 12 hours ago. The roughly noon. It was 45. There were people that looked like two of the characters from Nostalgia Critic in the theater. They weren't, because they're actually in the Midwest, but they kind of look like them. So I kept think it wasn't, but it wasn't. It wasn't Cinema Snob either. Anyway, but they did a review of this movie already, so I didn't want to watch their review and have spoilers. I might give spoilers in this review. The Deadpool movie, is the first R-rated superhero movie of this generation of X-Men movies. They really didn't do any R-rated ones. One of them was PG-13, I think, but no R-rated stuff. So mainly it was R-rated for the language and mostly the language. A little bit of violence, but still the blood wasn't really like super gory. There wasn't, it really wasn't R. I mean, yeah, there were moments, but yeah. So Deadpool, it opens with a freeway chase, which is right out of the fan film that came out years ago that sort of sold the idea, and I guess the writers got to do the pieces of the fan film, and also the Colossus scene with the Star Fury sort of girl. Not Starfire. It's not Starfire, but she's got Starfire's similar to Starfire's powers. She's someone else, but yeah, she's in it. It's not Jubilee. It's one of the other X-Men characters, and of course Deadpool. Deadpool is a meta-mutant sort of guy. He has some mutant factor in him, which makes him a mutant. So he's not just a guy. And apparently the freeway chase scene, he beats up these bad guys, and then they do a flashback for the middle of the movie, in which they flash back to how he was created. Originally, he was this wisecracking hitman guy, similar to the Punisher. And he was supposed to go out and do hits for people. He was sort of a vigilante, like Punisher. Kind of, like a Punisher, but with Wolverine powers later on. He gets a girlfriend who was basically a hooker with a heart of gold. Yeah, they went there, and they fall in love, and there's all of these scenes, including a rather graphic sex scene, which definitely gets the R rating right there. Yeah, and they fall in love and stuff, but he discovers that he has terminal cancer. It's in the trailer, so I'm really not giving anything away. And this spurious secret organization decides to recruit him to their organization and tells him that he can lose the powers by he can get rid of his cancer. They're going to cure it, but he will be changed, transformed, or whatever. So he basically gets transformed into a different kind of mutant, and they awaken his mutant powers, and he gets healing factor, kind of like Wolverine. Then he becomes like Wolverine. They even make a joke in it about him giving head to Wolverine, which is funny. I don't think he actually would, but it's still funny. Anyway, so the movie keeps going with that, and then we have him going after this group, this organization that was trying to make him evil, basically. He still had a sense of humor, so he goes after them. So that's basically the plot of the movie. And yeah, so it just came out. So literally, yeah, I don't want to give away too much, but suffice to say, go and see it in the theaters. That's the awesome way to see it. The It's one of the better X-Men universe movies. It's not technically Marvel universe, so I won't give away the very ending scene. But um, it's Marvel, but it's not. And I don't think Deadpool is one of Stan Lee's official guys, even though Stan Lee does have a cameo in it. I think he was one of the later ones. Yeah, it's hilarious. Is in the opening credits, they call the producers a bunch of asshats, which is a term from now, this generation. Asshat. It's the person who wears their ass on their hat. Um, it's a late X-gener but early millennial thing. Yeah, the late X-geners invented it, but the millennials made it a thing. Yeah. So yeah, Deadpool is definitely a late X-gen thing that's been revamped into the millennial thing, and the girl is sort of a millennial, but the hooker is not. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds was in some other superhero movies that weren't as good, but in this one he does well in it. As Deadpool, and he puts on a costume because he is all kind of melted and burnt looking, probably from the fire that happens in it. I won't say how that happens, but and the mutation as well. Mutation. So yeah, which doesn't count for the healing factor. Why wouldn't he just like come back together? Oh well. Anyway. You can't think it out too strongly. Can't think about it too much because some weird stuff happens. Yeah, and there was hilarious cameos and things like that. So it was a good movie and enjoyed it. And it is not for everyone. If you don't like superhero movies, don't go. If you don't like rap music, it's not that bad. It's that one song that's in there. The Shoop song, and the other one, and then they're part of the story. That's like the implication is it's not doesn't ruin it because he's like trying to be hip, so it totally works. And there's the other two songs where he's trying to be hip too, that aren't rap. So don't discount it just because of that one bit. It fits in the story in the narrative. So in the end, that's yeah, go see it. If you don't like rated R, like wisecracking movies, why are you going to see it? Yeah, don't go on and complain. Oh no, I took my kid to see it, and it was really violent and gory, and it's like, dude, it's rated R. Yeah, if you take your kid to see it, you're asking for it. So don't do that. Don't take your kid to see it. Although certainly a 13-year-old and over isn't going to be shocked at all by it. So, I don't think so. Shoot, I was seeing worse stuff than that when I was 13. This rated R has changed over the years. I mean, like, rated R when I was a kid was like almost like softcore porn. It's changed. They've made, or utterly ridiculous violence, like the Freddy Krueger movies where like appendages are getting ripped off and stuff, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. And it's like, yeah, those movies, the violent movies tend to get a less of an R rating and a less of a NC-17 rating than sexual movies, which is kind of double standard. It's like, okay, yeah, if you're gonna maim and kill all the ladies and the men in it, that's okay. We don't mind that. But if you have sex, oh my goodness, that's a problem. Oh, you can't have sex. It's like something weird about that. But that's the double standard. Anyway, so, and this movie glorifies the sort of superhero-y, angsty sort of, plays up the, I guess in a way it's kind of like Kick-Ass, but Kick-Ass is kind of ripping off Deadpool. He's trying to be like Deadpool, but Kick-Ass clearly isn't. He's not really a superhero. Go see Deadpool. Well, it's in theaters, and yeah, it's okay. I recommend it as a good X-Men movie, and I guess it would be in that cinematic universe, and not so much with the Avengers universe. It's sort of its own thing. But yeah, so we needed another movie with a guy with a red suit. Yeah, man. So that man. Yep, that's it. My Deadpool review. Yeah, go see it in theaters or not. And chimichangas afterward. And katanas in the 9mm. So yeah, because I did like a Deadpool, cover thing. I did like the, in my review of Black Friday, way back in November, I went up to the Deadpool sign and did the thing there. So I had to go see the movie. See, everything in this season is kind of connected to other things like that.